Here's why Syrax's dragon eggs are so important to Daemon Targaryen that he steals them. Dragons, the fire-breathing, winged creatures that shape the fate of Westeros. For centuries, House Targaryen has been inseparable from these magnificent beasts. They are symbols of power, legacy, and absolute dominance. But they are more than just tools of war. They are intimately tied to Targaryen identity, ambition, and survival. And in this world of fire and blood, one Targaryen prince went to extraordinary lengths to secure a dragon egg, Syrax's egg. Yes, the very same egg that would hatch into a dragon that changed the fate of a crown and a dynasty. Why would Daemon Targaryen, already a skilled fighter and cunning strategist, risk everything to steal dragon eggs? The answer lies in power, politics, personal ambition, and a deep, almost mystical connection to his lineage. Today, we're diving into the story of Syrax's dragon eggs, their importance, and why Daemon Targaryen would go so far as to steal them. By the end of this video, you'll see that dragons are not just beasts. They're the lifeblood of House Targaryen's legacy. To understand why Syrax's eggs are so significant, we first need to understand the nature of Targaryen dragon eggs. Dragon eggs are not mere trinkets. They are dormant power, sleeping potential, and a direct link to the old magic of Valyria. They represent a Targaryen's claim to the throne, because the ability to hatch and ride a dragon is unique to their bloodline. Syrax, of course, is the dragon that belongs to Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, Daemon's niece and wife. But the eggs themselves, before hatching, are priceless. A single dragon egg is a symbol of unmatched military and political power. In a world where war is constant, controlling dragons, or even the potential to control them, can decide the fate of entire kingdoms. For Daemon, this wasn't just about a creature, it was about influence. A Targaryen without a dragon is like a sword without a hilt. The potential for power is there, but cannot be wielded effectively. Let's talk about Daemon himself. Daemon Targaryen is one of the most notorious and enigmatic figures in Westerosi history. Known for his cunning, skill in battle, and unshakable ambition, he is the quintessential Targaryen, bold, ruthless, and willing to take risks for glory. Daemon's desire for Syrax's dragon eggs isn't merely selfishness. It's strategy. Owning or controlling a dragon egg means you control the potential of fire itself. In a succession war, dragons are the ultimate bargaining chips. They symbolize legitimacy, strength, and fear. By securing Syrax's eggs, Daemon was not just acquiring a weapon. He was positioning himself as a central figure in the Targaryen struggle for the Iron Throne. But there's more. Daemon's connection to Rhaenyra and his own sense of destiny intensifies his desire. These dragon eggs are tied to his family, his claim, and even his personal legacy. Without them, he cannot fully assert himself as a true Targaryen leader. Dragon eggs are power multipliers. Let's break that down. In Westeros, succession and rule are determined not just by blood, but by strength and perception. A Targaryen with dragons commands fear and respect. Without them, even the most legitimate heir may struggle to assert dominance. Syrax's eggs are particularly significant because they are not random eggs. They're the offspring of a dragon bonded to Rhaenyra herself. In essence, they are a continuation of her bloodline, her claim, and her right to the throne. By controlling these eggs, Daemon effectively gains leverage over Rhaenyra's claim. Imagine this. The realm is at war. Dragons can devastate armies, burn fortresses, and sway battles with the threat alone. Possessing the potential of Syrax's eggs gives Daemon the ability to dictate terms, manipulate alliances, and assert himself as a key player in the Targaryen civil war. In other words, these eggs are not just valuable, they're priceless. They are instruments of survival, symbols of legitimacy, and keys to ultimate power. The importance of dragon eggs goes deeper than politics. It's tied to blood. Targaryens are Valyrian descendants, and dragons are intrinsically connected to their magic. The ability to bond with a dragon is hereditary, dependent on blood purity. This is why controlling dragon eggs is not just about hoarding creatures. It's about maintaining the power of their line. Daemon's theft of Syrax's eggs was, in part, an attempt to secure that power for himself and his descendants. He understood that the future of House Targaryen and his own prominence depended on who controlled the dragons. Dragons are extensions of Targaryen identity. By controlling the eggs, Daemon was asserting dominance over the very essence of what it means to be a Targaryen. In a family torn apart by succession disputes, war, and betrayal, this was the ultimate declaration. I am power incarnate, and these dragons answer to me. Of course, stealing dragon eggs was not without risk. Dragons are dangerous even in the egg. They are coveted by kings, princes, and powerful lords across Westeros and beyond. Attempting to take them is essentially inviting war. But Daemon was not a man to be deterred by risk. On the contrary, risk is where he thrives. His decision to steal Syrax's eggs demonstrates his audacity and strategic genius. It also shows his understanding of timing. In Westerosi politics, opportunities are fleeting. A dragon egg can hatch years later, but securing it now can provide leverage immediately. Daemon understood that inaction could be far more dangerous than the act of theft itself. By stealing the eggs, Daemon was making a bold statement. He controls the future, and he is willing to gamble everything to shape it. Syrax's eggs are not just instruments of power, they are symbols. Syrax herself was Rhaenyra's dragon, and dragons bond deeply with their riders. Owning her eggs is a way of claiming the bond, the legacy, and the narrative. These eggs are a promise of the future, a representation of fire, blood, and the continuation of Targaryen dominance. For Daemon, stealing these eggs is a statement of destiny. He is not simply taking property. He is seizing potential, inheritance, and influence. It's a symbolic act that asserts his importance within the family and within the wider political landscape of Westeros. Beyond symbolism, there's the Cold War. Dragon eggs, when hatched, become engines of destruction. Daemon Targaryen understood that even one dragon can tip the balance of power in a conflict. By stealing Syrax's eggs, he ensures that he has access to this ultimate weapon, one that could be deployed strategically, either to support his own claim or to prevent others from gaining an advantage. It's not just a personal gamble. It's a tactical decision. In the Game of Thrones, dragons are the ultimate trump card, and Daemon, ever the cunning strategist, wanted to hold that card close to his chest. Daemon's theft of Syrax's eggs also speaks to his personal ambition. Daemon Targaryen is not content to be a secondary character in history. He wants to be remembered, to shape the destiny of his house, and to assert dominance in the way only a Targaryen can. Stealing the eggs is a declaration of self-importance, a manifestation of his will to power. He is saying, I am the master of dragons, the rightful wielder of fire, and I will not allow anyone, including family, to overshadow me. This act of theft is as much about legacy as it is about strategy. Daemon knows that history remembers boldness.